Let's talk saddle sores. What a pain. Possibly the evil of all evil. Anyway, let's get to the video. So welcome to another video, everyone. The purpose of this video is really to update you on a few changes I'm making to my tri bike and a bit of gear that I've bought to swap some components out. I mentioned about the saddle sores. Now, last week when I was ill, I thought about this and I thought, right, okay, what is the cause? And I think it's the saddle sore because it's got infected. Now, I don't know if you've experienced them before, but they are pretty painful because you've got to deal with them when you're trying to do the sessions. I think they're worse on the turbo. When you're outdoor riding, they seem a bit better. And my road bike, slightly different saddle, much more comfortable. Whereas I'm using, I'll show you here, one of these ISM saddles. It's never been quite good for me because I think it's just too wide and it's causing me great discomfort, and I've battled on with it for a long time. And part of the reason I've done that is because I've always said I'm going to be trying to get a bike fit. Now, the bike fit should have happened last season. I was going to get it done after having 2 seasons on this bike, racing on it, and I've not really got my position on it right. It's a DIY position. I've been saying, all right, let me just get a feel for it before I get the fit. And that was supposed to be last season. Didn't happen because of COVID. And as soon as we get out of this lockdown, that is one thing I'm going to get sorted. But first of all, I'm going to make some changes. One of those changes, new saddle. And I've gone with this one. It's a Seller, I don't know how to pronounce it, SMP, whatever that is. But I did some research on this, and it's slightly thinner. I've tried to go with what's similar to what's on my road bike. It's a little bit softer as well, and it peaks down. The T4. It's cool, and I've read some really good reviews about it. And to be honest, saddles are a hard thing because unless you try them, you just don't know. But I'm hoping that if I swap this out, I'll have a little bit more comfort on it, and I'm going to go with this. I'm also going to make some adjustments to the handlebar setup on my tri bike. I've never ever got on, so I've got some flat bars. I currently ride with some bullhorns, and you can see them, and I find them, they're okay. They're okay to a point in that when you're riding along and everything, but when you want to brake, I find it quite uncomfortable because they peak up, and I feel like my wrists are like this. And like I said, this is I put this bike together. I built this bike a couple of seasons ago, and now I've had a couple of seasons on it. I'm starting to realise things on it I don't actually like. So I'm going to go to a flat bar, get rid of the bullhorns, and that's just a small adjustment. But what I need to do is get a bike fit, and that is desperately needed. And that is going to be top of my agenda as soon as we get out of lockdown and we get some normality back, and I can try and book one in, because I've got to dial my position in and I've got to get comfortable on this bike because it, you know, I'm just making it up at the moment. So the seat's now on, guys. I'm not going to do the bars because there's a lot of internal cable in there, Di2 stuff that I've got to pull apart and do, and I don't think I'm going to do the bars until I probably start riding the thing outside, or until I get this bike fit, to be honest. But the seat, I have had a ride on it. I haven't just put it on and just tried it, and it seems okay. It seems a bit more comfortable than this thing. And if anyone wants an ISM PS 1.0 15, drop me a message and we can arrange something now, because this is on the way out. But the 2 rides I've had on this seat, I've had to adjust it a little bit. It's got, I don't know if you can see it, it's got a slight downward angle, and when I had it first, I had it too far forward, which felt I was putting a lot of pressure on my legs. So I've adjusted and it seems a little better now. I just got to get the bike fit, simple as that. So I guess we better start talking some training, and I just got back from a 30-mile ride, midweek ride. Quite nice to get out actually. But training this week has been a little bit odd, because I've not really stuck to the plan as I normally would, and that's probably because I've been off this week. And I've had a few jobs to do at home. Built a nice window bay seat with storage. Yeah, there you go. So that's taken up a little bit of time, but overall this week I've not done so many of the workouts that were scheduled, although I have got out still to run and bike, just maybe not as structured as I want. Yesterday I did my first brick workout, and that was interesting because I did a hard hour on the turbo, and then run for 20 minutes after. Tried to hold a 4:45 a kilometre pace, which I did pretty well actually, and my legs this week are shot, and they're shot for one reason, and it's DIY. It's all that kneeling, bending up and down the stairs. Yeah, so the legs are pretty tired this week, but training's gone alright. I mean, will I call it training? Probably not. Not as structured as I like it, but that's how it goes sometimes. And I've still got the weekend to go. I've got a 15-mile run scheduled in for tomorrow, plus a slightly longer ride on Sunday, so majority of the workouts would have been done. I'll flick up the Training Peaks just to show you what I did actually do, but that's going to be me for today. I'm going to do a bit of stretching probably later. Might do a little bit of upper body strength workout, because I've not really done any of that this week at all. And that'll be my Friday as I head into the weekend. Welcome to Saturday, guys, and I've just got back from what was supposed to be a 15-mile run, but I had to cut it short. Stomach issues. I had stomach issues before I went out this morning, and got to 3 miles in and just felt so lethargic with no energy whatsoever. To be honest, I'm not quite sure why. I don't think I've been eating that well this week, considering I've been off. Probably drunk a little bit too much as well, you know. But anyway, pushed out 7 miles in the end, and yeah, I thought that was enough. You know, I've learned from experience, it's not worth pushing through it and trying to get it done. There isn't much gain. My HRV this morning wasn't great as well, and my heart rate, I just could not keep my heart rate in my zone 2 pace zones, so I could tell there wasn't something up. 7 miles was enough. Call it a day, and on to tomorrow, which will be a long ride, and we'll hopefully get out for that. And the weather's been lovely. It was nice running in shorts for a change, which is always a bonus. So I'm going to leave this week's video there, guys, because I want to get this edited today and upload it to go out to you tomorrow. You can see how I got on in that ride tomorrow. I'll put a link to my Strava down below in the description, and do head over there and give me a follow if you haven't already. And if you're new here, hit that subscriber button, because everything does help and it is much appreciated. I'll see you next week.